Alright, here we're going to take a look at Carson's November 18th, 2014 evaluation or baseline. Here you're going to see him running full speed. Here you'll see him take off half speed, 50%, and then we're going to see 10% speed. And the main thing that we want to work on with him, just by taking a look at him, is he's over trying. We need to get him to smooth out his run. He's just a little bit too aggressive with his running, almost trying to force it, and that leads to a lot of bad habits. One of those habits is, you see here how his arms are floating across his chest. Now we got to get maximum momentum with the upper body, so we need that elbow to stay connected to the body, not pointing out, and get his hand to his eye, drive back through his pocket, getting the elbow to drive back behind him, and then again back forward, driving up through. And because he's getting that arm over, it's causing him to get offline. You see that red line should be splitting his two eyes, and it's kind of catching him right there in the right eye. So again, I think just getting him to be a lot more smoother will help this. And again, looking on the backstroke here, you'll see how his arm is completely separated from his body. His arm is also unhinged as well as extended from the body. And that again causes more problems. It's almost like one thing's connected to the next thing, So when the upper body gets offline, it starts to make his lower body get offline, and you'll see how his knee is pointing actually kind of in and out towards the other side. And when that knee comes in, it forces the foot out. So we got to get him to fix all these things. Firstly, by starting just to relax and be more smooth with his running. His knee drive height could be a little bit higher. It needs to be right at horizontal or close to it. So he's just a little low there. But again, the bigger issue is, again, look at the alignment. Arms again across the chest, making him lean and also making him get off alignment, which makes everything else get off alignment. So starting with the upper body, we're going to relax that head, relax those shoulders, and just run a lot more smooth and pay attention to where the arms are, and I think that'll help the lower body as well. We're going to move it forward a little bit more, and we'll stop it right here. Now he is striking on the balls of his feet, which is good, but he's also slightly turning those out. You can see how it's slightly turning out to his right, and again, that's because of where that knee placement is as he comes up. So I've got some drills for Carson that we're going to do with him that's going to help this, and it just takes a little bit of consistency and a little bit of muscle memory, but we definitely can fix these problems and help his speed increase quite a bit. Here you'll take a look at, just like to always show kind of what it should look like. Now again, he's taking off from the blocks and Carson is not, but you can definitely see how he's using his upper body, driving up with his knee. Everything is in perfect alignment, toes pointed up, and then again he'll flip it down as he strikes the ground. Here's another example, knee almost exactly at horizontal. Elbows connected to the body, nothing across the chest, hands going from hip to pocket all the way up to the eye. Full extension on the backstroke, and that's what also generates that power too, is a good kick. So this gives you an idea of kind of what we want to mimic and the style we want to have. His vertical leap, 22 inches, which is pretty good. If we can get him up to over 25 in the next, say, 3 or 4 months, I think that would be a great goal for him. And more explosive power equals more explosive speed, and that's going to help him a lot on the football and lacrosse field. Again, speaking of explosive speed and power, the broad jump here is a great measurement that we use to assess explosive power. And if we can get the vertical to come up as well as a standing broad jump, that's going to definitely make for a big difference in his running speed, especially that 10-yard or 20-yard speed. That looks good, nice landing. So I scored a 6'11" there, and that's a good number for us to work off of. Going up a little bit more, lateral speed. Here he crosses his feet. He's not really allowed to do that with this drill, so that kind of negates a couple of those, but he's still got 15, which if I was to have him do it correctly, he would have been a little bit less. So we want to work on his lateral speed and get him quicker there. Here's his baseline, his scores, and strength-wise, we're doing good. We do want to work on that core strength because his core is definitely weaker than his upper and lower body. His vertical was good, standing broad jump was good. His 10-yard time was pretty good too. I definitely think I can help that and get into the 1.7s. But the biggest time that we want to look at is that 40-yard time. That should be, really low 5s or high 4s, and we want to work to get that to get to that number really quick, and while we work on his flexibility as well.